Oh my goodness, we are live at the Big Festoon. This isn't just any normal conference. This is a show. If you truly want to be a business that is out there, that is going up, is growing, is a bit weird, wacky, and actually embraces all of that about yourself, the Big Festoon is something for you. We're going to give you a glimpse inside, and don't worry, we're going to tell you how you can be at the next one. Closed mouths don't get fed, and there is not a closed mouth in this room, I can guarantee it. It's a wrap. Hello and welcome back to the Big Festoon October Spectacular 2025. I am joined, this is not good for the beginning of the day, I am joined by the gorgeous Naomi. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
No, I'm really excited to have a chat and find out who you are and what you do, so tell us.
So my name's Naomi. My company is called Saltire Financial, and I am your life and business condom. Because protection matters.
Okay. Okey-doke. She's a condom.
I am the condom lady. I basically...
This now makes sense as to the prop that you've brought with you. Yeah, there is a
condom.
condom.
So I help people and business owners protect themselves when things go wrong. So I sell life insurance, critical illness, income protection. I specialise in business protection, and I think the condom idea is my marketing genius, if I do say so myself.
I absolutely believe you.
So
you
let me be your
stopped me in my
condom.
tracks, and I'm all here to understand why, which you have explained. And yes, I've listened and I get it. And I'm like immediately like, yeah, I probably should have some of that protection. But you know, like he's insured, but I'm not. So, and that's a weird thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
it is.
You just start to live life and you crack on, and you don't really think about. We don't want to think about things, but...
And this is the problem.
You have to. What
people
happens?
don't like having the conversation. They don't like bringing it into their universe sometimes. They have a fear of, what if I can't get it? They have a fear of it's an extra cost, cost of living crisis, all of the above, when actually it's super important. And everybody should have it to a certain degree,
Well, when it comes to life insurance, I think we think of, it's only end of life, but it doesn't mean that. There can be stages, there can be things that happen to you that actually it can support you in that way as well, and you're still here live and kicking.
Absolutely.
And you need that extra support, especially as a business owner who then goes, well, if I can't sit here and do my business,
what happens?
Now what's that spiral?
And the domino effect. It's the domino effect that has. So what does it have on your business? What does it have on your family? What does it have on your employees? What does it have on their families? There's such a massive domino effect. And I just want to wrap a blanket around everybody and educate the masses on why it's so important to have it.
Amazing. So let's do that. How do we break that initial barrier
down
and get through?
So by having the conversations with me, I make it safe. I make it a safe conversation because it just has to be normalised. I lost my dad when I was 14. He died of a heart attack really suddenly, and we fortunately had the right policies in place. So I've lived the experience of having the right stuff in place. But then my mum married her childhood sweetheart, and then he died of a heart attack. So she lost 2 husbands in 15 years.
Wow.
And it's more so the domino effect. So I get why having the policies is important, but it's also living, it's having lived with a really sad mum and just me and her, and having what that feels like, thinking, what if those policies weren't in place, what would be the extra compounded effect that could have been. So having lived it, I just want to make sure people do have the right stuff in place, and I just want to make the conversations as safe and as normal as possible. There's no pressure, because my ethos is I just want to educate the masses on what it all means. And the biggest thing is, we're all actually more likely to get a critical illness than what we are to die. So if somebody said to me, the amount of people that are like, well, how much does it cost? Well, that's really difficult to answer because every individual person is different and the price is affected by so many different factors. Until I have the conversations and do my fact find, I can't advise correctly. I can't give them a specific, it's going to cost this amount. There's a bit of a process. So it's not as easy as that. But until I start having these conversations with people, people don't understand the process.
Yeah.
So there is a bit of a process, but I just try and make it as comfortable and as safe and as smooth as possible to make them feel like that they're being heard, essentially,
yes.
and that I get the situation, and my knowledge and my experience helps give them the best outcome as possible. And if it's not a good outcome, I always have a plan B, C, D, E to go to other providers to see what I can do in that way. Like, I literally give everything to make sure they have what they need.
We've got a condom multi-pack. There's ribbed, there's like, I can see them all.
Extra
flavours.
large, extra small, yeah, definitely. And I think the condom thing, brings a bit of light-hearted humour into it and all of that. But actually, the reality is, I just want to make sure people are aware of what is available and what is out there. And with the business side of protection as well, for example, if you're a limited company, you can put policies through your business which reduce your corporation tax liability. Who wants to pay less money to the taxman?
Yeah, yes, please.
So exactly, everybody raise your hands. But unless I can bang my drum and shout really loud, then people aren't aware of all of this info, you know?
Well, here we are, banging away.
Bang, bang, bang,
Bang,
bang,
bang, bang. This is who you need. We're going to grab
Bang,
all your
bang, bang,
links.
bang,
We're going to stick them in the, stick all those links into the show notes below so
Great.
that you can go and find out more and start the conversation, right? That's 100%. What this is all about. This is the start of the conversation. Carry that conversation on. So what brings you to the Big Festoon?
So I worked with Danny last year. So I spoke at Ideas Fest last year, and so I'm a keynote speaker as well. I do financial wellbeing workshops for corporates, but from a keynote speaking element, I blow a condom up on stage.
Yes, you do.
With the analogy of that you're growing your business, right? So like 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the line, everything's amazing, and then I pop it, so bang. That's when something goes wrong. So somebody's died, somebody's had a heart attack, somebody's been, your biggest salesperson's been diagnosed with cancer, and what does that mean? What is that domino effect?
Yes.
I'm here to A, support Danny, but B, for me, it's just speaking to people, it's networking, it's figuring out, how can I grow me and my business, but how can I also help and support other people in their businesses as well.
I love this. Because this is the perfect space, because I think, again, when you're in an employed role, it probably comes much easier to go and get those insurances in life insurance and things like that, because that's your world is just you.
Yep.
Whereas when it becomes and business, it's like, I've got another step to think about. What happens if I go, who looks after the business? Where does the business go? How does that get given to the children or disintegrated and then given, all those extra steps.
100%.
And rather than face it, most of us go, we'll deal with that later, and
it's
later
the whole
just
eat
doesn't
that frog
come.
thing, and it gets put on the to-do list, right?
Yeah.
But it gets always put at the bottom. Let's do the important things first, when actually that is important.
This is important.
Because it usually what happens is somebody picks the phone up to me and I'm like, it's too late. We should have had the conversation months ago.
That's so scary.
So putting it off and putting it at the bottom of your list is basically leaving an opportunity for it to be too late. And it's not about you, and it's not about getting that money. It's about providing the financial support to the people around you that is left after the situation.
Yeah, absolutely. Naomi, thank you so much for starting this conversation.
Thank you.
Bringing over condom analogies. Why not?
And condoms.
And a condom.
And condoms. Protection isn't just for the bedroom, is it?
I freaking love this. Like, when your branding is on point. This is who you need. We're gonna, like I say, grab all your links, grab all that, go and connect, go and find out and start that conversation. It's gonna be amazing.
Thank you so much.